Now, this chanting is coming from the Tipitaka. So you can see the body parts. Actually, the key point, if you look at it, it says that the whole body, from the feet onwards, from the head downwards, surrounded by skin. So actually, sometimes we cannot see all this because the reason is actually it's surrounded by skin. So just imagine if we take out the skin, all right? Take out the skin, you will see the bones, the flesh, and then the other things. So the main thing is all these are filled with unclean. So suci is clean. Asuci. Okay, suci actually Malay word, no? Suci also Malay word. Clean. So asuci is unclean. So this no is a plural. Puram, filled with many. Nana is all. Pakara is all types, all sorts. So in this body, we had 32 body parts. So head, body hair. So I already mentioned these five. We call it the pentat. The first group here, we can see with our physical eye all the time. So we no need to think too much because it's very easy. Just you can see head hair on you and also other people, body hair also, nail. So when you cut the nail, so you can see it. So it's very obvious. So when you attach to our body, the problem is when we attach anything attached to our body, we will cling to it as beautiful. But the moment, let's say you cut the hair or the hair drop down, once it leave the body, then we will see the asuchino, unclean. Like our nail, when you cut it off, it's like very beautiful. It thinks it's beautiful. That's why the ladies go and paint it. But the moment you cut the nail, then you can see nobody will keep the cut off nail, right? It's just a dead skin, and teeth also, right? So the moment if you have broken teeth, whatever, it's just a very white and also smelly. So all these have their own color. Of course, different location, but they have their own color, our own smell, all right? Yeah, and skin. So we only can see this five, and also some we might see, but the intestine, all this we cannot see. But we can see like phlegm, okay, or sometimes pus, blood, sometimes sweat also, fat, tears only once in a while, okay, saliva, and snot, urine. All right. So the best way to contemplate the 32 body parts is you can divide it into like what we say, uh, as two elements we can see. Okay, earth element, because in some of the sutta, ultimately the Buddha say this 32 body parts is actually earth element and water element, and filled with all sort of unclean things. So you can change from here, you can go for four great elements. Or sometimes you find it's very difficult to remember all this. So in summary, so you are contemplating the earth and water elements. So anything that like watery, so you can contemplate them. So any of the watery come out from the body, whether pus or blood or whatever, they will be unclean. They will not be pretty or whatever. So anything hard or has some require like even even some of things, of course that inside there are some water, but the majority of them, the main thing is still more on the hardness. All right. So that's one way to contemplate as four great elements or impurity. So just some important point here. Now, so kaya gata sati, mindfulness of body, is internal as impurity. So, but if you contemplate people corpse, that's external. But sometimes when you see things external, it will not affect you much because external object is still like belong to other people. But once you start to see in yourself, especially urine, feces, or blood come out, then you can feel the body if filled with all sort of unclean things. That's the meaning, right? And of course, if you can link it with the four great elements, that will be good. So Kaya Gata Sati is in Samatha, or in Vipassana, it's called Particular Manasikala. So sometimes it's good to practice this kind of meditation because it can go both way. Even like breathing meditation, It can both way. So these 32 body parts, it can be also samatha and vipassana. So the difference is when you practice in samatha, you're supposed to get nimitta and you're supposed to get jhana. But when you practice in vipassana, you try to see more of the anicca, dukkha, anatta. So these are main difference. All right. Now we will just continue to explore some more before after the break we go for other topic. Now this book I think I not so sure have I sent to you all before. Right. So this book is they make it in different languages and 32 body parts, which I think is easier for people if you want to visualize the body parts. Because if you read the Visuddhimagga, you only see like the skin. Okay. You see the text only. Sometimes by seeing the text, you might not have so much idea. Okay. For example, you can see all these are text like teeth. Right. So later we will read some. Okay, but let me show you this the two body parts. Published by Laos. Pa'ao for the Pa'ao Meditation Center. Okay. So Kesa, all right. So we are calling it the shape here, the location here, the location on top of the head, the color, the shape, and then when you take out it, the skin remain. So you can see it for a long time and start to understand, like what Visuddhimagga said, the shape, the color, and so on. Now, loma, hair. Right. The location is in this one, inside the skin. Okay. Now, Visuddhimagga, so you read the Visuddhimagga on this skin. All right. Okay. Today we are not going to read the 32. They will take too much time because I think you all can read. So we just read few only. Okay, let's start with few students who will read. Okay, Brother King is I think haven't seen you for a long time. You can read this 93, 94.
Okay. The inner skin envelops the whole body. Outside, it is what is called the outer cuticle, which is black, brown, or yellow in color. And when that from the whole of the body is compressed together, it amounts to only as much as a jujube fruit kernel. But as to color, the skin itself is white, and its whiteness becomes evident when the outer cuticle is destroyed by contact with the flame of the fire or the impact of a blow, and so on. As to shape, it is the shape of the body in brief, but in detail, the skin of the toes is the shape of the silkworm's cocoons. The skin of the back of the foot is the shape of the shoes with uppers. The skin of the calf is the shape of a palm leaf, wrapping cooked rice. The skin of the thighs is the shape of a long sack full of paddy. The skin of the buttocks is the shape of a cloth strainer full of water. The skin of the back is the shape of a height stretched over a plank. The skin of the belly is the shape of the height stretched over the body of a lute. The skin of the chest is more or less square. The skin of both arms is the shape of the height stretched over a quiver. The skin of the backs of the hands is the shape of a razor box or the shape of a comb case. The skin of the fingers is the shape of a key box. The skin of the neck is the shape of a collar for the throat. The skin of the face is the shape of an insect's nest full of holes. The skin of the head is the shape of a bow back. 95 also?
Yes, yes.
Okay, the mediator who is discerning the skin should first define the inner skin that covers the face, working his knowledge over the face beginning with the upper lip. Next, the inner skin of the frontal bone. Next, he should define the inner skin of the head, separating as it were the inner skin's connection with the bones by inserting his knowledge in between the cranium bone and the inner skin of the head. As he he might his hand in between the back and the ball put in the back. Next, the inner skin of the shoulders. Next, the inner skin of the right arm forwards and backwards. And then, in the same way, the inner skin of the left arm. Next, after defining the inner skin of the back, he should define the inner skin of the right leg forward and backwards. Then, the inner skin of the left leg in the same way. Next, the inner skin of the groin, the paunch, the bosom, and the neck should be successfully defined. Then, after defining the inner skin of the lower jaw, next after that of the neck, he should finish on arriving at the lower lip. When he discerns it in the gross in this way, it becomes evident to him more subtly too. As to direction, it lies in both directions. As to location, it covers the whole body. As to delimitation, it is bounded below by its fixed surface and above by space.
Okay,
Right.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you much, Balaki.
Okay.
It's very detailed, right? I have to read all this. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
thank you. Okay, now when you read of this, first you read the text and then you go and see the picture, right? So the picture, how it look like, what is this one, where is it, the location, and then the this one. I think all these are just a common sense about the body and so on, okay? Because it's covered the whole body. So when you study as the suggestion here is you need to know for all the body parts, first you need to know at least the color, the color and the shape, and then where is it, the direction. It means at both direction, from the middle point of the body to the up and down. Location means the whole body, right? Delimitation. So there are a few key points that you should know. Okay. So I think we read something that we don't see with our physical eyes. Okay. Okay, now heart. This is actually quite interesting about how they define the heart. Now, when we see the 32 body parts, let's see the heart. All right. Okay, the nail, the teeth, right? The skin, the flesh, narrow, ati, mijang, wakam, hadayang. Okay, now heart. Okay, is this color? So when sometimes we watch the YouTube for they cut off the body, then you can see they take out the heart here. Yeah. So yeah. So the shape is like this. Okay. So in the middle. They say heart is it on the right side or whatever. Yeah. Okay, now we read the text. Okay. Kai-hon, Sister Kai-hon, you can read.
Thank you. Thank you, Saji. Can you hear? Okay.
Yes, yes.
This is the heart flesh. As to color, it is the color of the black back of a red lotus petal. As to shape, it is the shape of a lotus bud with the outer petals removed and turned upside down. It is smooth outside, and inside it is like the interior of a kasataki, Lufa god. In those who possess understanding, it is a little expanded. In those without understanding, it is still only a bud. Inside it, there is a hollow the size of a punaga seed's bed, where half a pasata measure of blood is kept, with which as their support, the mind element and mind consciousness element occur. That in one of greedy temperament is red, that in one of hating temperament is black, that in one of deluded temperament is like water that meat has been washed in, that is one of speculative temperament is like lentil soup in color, and in one of faithful temperament is the color of yellow kanikara flowers, that in one of understanding temperament is limpid, clear, unturbid, bright, pure, like a washed gem of pure water, and it seems to shine. As to direction, it lies in the upper direction. As to location, it is to be found in the middle between the two breasts inside the body. As to demulation, it is bounded by what appertains to heart.
Okay, thank you very much, Sister Kahong.
Thank you.
All right. So Sam, first you need to know the color. So according to the charts, is a red color. Okay. So you need to know the color, the shape, like lotus bud. All right. So we can see it. Lotus bud. Okay. So it's a okay, but this is interesting about where they say, according to some of the book or some of the teachers say the heart, the blood of the inside the heart, it is the heart base. Heart base is the place where the mind element mano dhatu and mano vijnana dhatu exist. All right. So this is a Abhidhamma point. It's interesting to find this, and this is the color about what kind of greedy or hating or diluted, right? Speculative vitaka, sada, right? So these are extra point we don't find in other books, Yeah. It's not easy to find this kind of information, only in Visuddhimagga. Okay, then beside the color, the shape, and then the direction, upper direction means from the middle of body part, upper. Location, middle of the breast, inside the body, right? And delimitation. So this is interesting because when we read the text and together with the picture, it's more clear. Yeah. That is for those who don't have jhana. For those who have jhana, they can, like we say, those who jhana use their jhanic power to look at inside the body. Okay. And next, let's read something that we cannot see. River also, okay? Let's go for it. Adaya Yakanam. Liver, all right? So liver, it's not so big here, yeah. It's a little bit hand size. So this one. So what is the color? A little bit like purple color. The shape is like this, all right? So we know the color here. We know the shape. And then we know the location, right? So that's why the Baal meditation center, I think the meditator, they make this book for us to know the color, or the shape, and the location. Then when we read the Visuddhimagga, we have more better idea. Okay, next student, Sister Nyok Heng, Shong Nyok Heng. You can read this. Yes.
Okay, Saji.
Mm.
Liver. This is a twin slab of flesh. As to color, it is a brownish shade of red. The color of the not two red bags of white water lily petals. As to shape, with its single root and twin ends, it is the shape of a Hovilala leaf. In sluggish people, it is single and large. In those possessed of understanding, there are 2 or 3 small ones. As to direction, it lies in the upper direction. As to location, it is to be found on the right side, inside from the 2 breasts. As to delimitation, it is bounded by what appertains to liver.
Oh, okay. So this is the, oh, it's okay. Thank you very much. So I'm looking for something in the right side. Oh, so this is the liver is in the right side. Okay. Okay, so same also, you need to know the color, red color, you know the shape, right? So of course in Visuddhimagga, they put the one that people know at that time. So for us, we don't know what is called livara leaf, So, but we look at this one, at least we know it's like this shape. Okay. The color is red color. To me, it's a red, purple, brownish. They call it brownish shade or red. All right. So, it may be. It say here is actually single and large, but it say there are 2 or 3 small one. For those with understanding, direction is upper. Now, when we say upper direction, because from the middle of body part onwards is upper here, so this upper direction. Okay. So it's good when you study these two together. So with the text and with the picture is clear. Okay, now this Kilomaka, right? Kilomaka, I think the way different translation. How you translate Kilomaka? Membrane, all right? So it's a membrane. The shape is not so clear here. Membrane, Kilomaka. Okay. Okay. Sister Chai-Hun, you can read.
Midriff. Midriff. This is the covering of the flesh, which is of two kinds, namely the concealed and the unconcealed. As to color, both kinds are white. The color of Ducula Muslim rags. As to shape, it is the shape of its location. As to direction, the concealed midriff lies in the upper direction, the other in both directions. As to the location, the concealed midriff is to be found concealing the heart and kidney. The unconcealed is to be found covering the flesh under the inner skin throughout the whole body. As to delimitation, it is bounded below by the flesh, above by the inner skin, and all around by what appertains to midriff.
Okay, thank you. So there are two kinds here, right? So one is cover the heart. Another one is so there are two kinds here. So you can see the text here, the text down there. Yeah. This concealed covering the heart and kidney, unconcealed covering the flesh under the skin. All right. So under the skin should be this one. Okay, under the skin. So covering the heart and kidney is this one. Patichana. Okay. Okay, let's go for spleen. All right. Okay, next person. Sister T? Yes.
116, teacher.
Yes, yes.
This is the flesh of the belly tongue. As the color, it is blue, the color of Negundi flowers. As to shape, it is 7 fingers in size, without attachments, and the shape of a black calf's tongue. As to directions, it lies in the upper directions. As to location, it is to be found near the upper side of the belly to the left of the heart. When it comes out through a wound, being's life is terminated. As to delimitation, it is bounded by what appertains to spleen.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Spleen, pipakam. Okay, it's not so big. Okay, it's quite small. So see the color, the shape, the place. Okay, where's the place? Upper side of the belly to the left of the heart. Okay, yeah. Upper side of the belly to left of the heart. Yeah. Okay, this one. Okay. So you have to be medical student to remember all these things. Okay, it's good to read. At least we see something we not see before. Now, lung. Okay, next. Your Hoi check. Are you male or female? I don't know.
Lady. Sister.
Okay, lady. Oh, sister.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Yeah. 117.
117. Okay. The flesh of the lungs is divided up into 2 or 3 pieces of flesh. As to color, it is red, the color of not very ripe Udambara fig fruits. As to shape, it is the shape of an unevenly cut thick slice of cake. Inside, it is insipid and lacks nutritive essence, like a lump of chewed straw. Because it is affected by the heat of the karma-born fire element that springs up when there is need of something to eat and drink. As to direction, it lies in the upper direction. As to location, it is to be found inside the body between the two breasts, hanging above the heart. And liver and concealing them. And to delimitation, it is bounded by what patterns to lungs.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So, Papa Sum. This one. It's actually quite big, yeah. Okay. So this one. You see that most of the time is either red color, all right, or red brown or red purple. So this is normal color here. Okay. So you can see the this is a Burmese word. This is I think this Sanskrit. This Chinese. This is Vietnam. This is Malay. This English. So multi-language. Okay. So upper direction. Yeah, I think these people will understand because it's quite big. It's quite big. That's why it's easy to find. Right, bowel. Okay, so we better look at the picture so we have an idea first. Antam. Okay, this one I think you all can see because when people eat the chicken, you know, when they cut the chicken, then they open the chicken, they can see this antam. And people do eat the intestine, right? Yeah. Some people, not all. Yeah. Okay. I think we can skip it. Mesentery. This one. Mesentery. So after the intestine, then there's this yellow color. It's a fastening in places where bowel is coiled inside the 21 coils of bowel. Mention double layer membranes between the loops of intestine. Okay, so intestine and is cover the intestine. So I think this one is this one you can skip, not so important. Okay, now this one is something to do with the stomach. Udariyam, right? Okay. Now, what you call it makanan baru, right? New food, right? New food, something like gotch. Because when it come in as a new food, so when it go to as a feces, is considered old food, all right? So that's why it's sometimes call it new food here. So you can see this, yeah, inside the stomach, all right? So this inside stomach. So that's why sometimes with the diagram is easier, right? First, you see the location, you see the shape, you see the color, okay? Yeah, so it's much more easy. What being eaten, drunk. So when we contemplate the repulsiveness of nutriment is also one of the way. So when the food is very tasty, but when you go to stomach, it's mixed out like this. So it's not tasty anymore. It doesn't even look nice. All right. So, okay. So first, you need to know the stomach, the bowel place. Yeah. All right. And then this one I think we can just so it's floating and bubbling, right? So you can see from the diagram, yeah. Floating, bubbling, right? Okay.
Sergi,
Yes.
just for imagination,
Mhm.
is when we vomit, that can
Yeah.
consider new food?
Yeah. So you can see this one, all right? So the moment it go to our stomach, whether you eat the cake, you eat the char kway, you eat the roti prata, whatever, the moment it go inside the stomach, it doesn't look nice. First, it loses the color, smell, and taste. That's why the two body parts, you contemplate as asubha. So in short, no matter which part of the body part, you see as asubha. When you see asubha, you get it correctly, all right? And first, it lost the color, taste, smell, and it become like dog's vomit or our when we vomit also, all right? Yeah, this is the one, right? So after that, no more finish. Then it become urine, it become excrement, and only so many things you can see 5 parts here, right? The worms will eat one, okay, and only one part will go to nutriment. The rest become rubbish, all right? So you can read. I recommend you all to read yourself. But of course, with this kind of text is the one that done by Pao Center, because Pao Center, with so many center, Pao Center is the one that practice full samatha, 40 samatha practice. That's why a lot of people like to go to Pao to practice this. Okay, so this shape. Whether you eat, you can see your tauge, rice, any good food, cake, buns, whatever. So you go insidely, all become the same. No more color, no more beautiful smell, ugly. Right. So the shape will be like this. The position will be here. It's a little bit white color here. So this is called udaliyam. So you can see it called makanan baru, new food. Okay. So I think it's good. So we read together. So dung, I think we can no need because everybody know it. Now brain. Now of course we never see the brain. Okay. Okay, Jen, you can read the brain. Yes.
This is the lumps of marrow to be found inside the skull. As to color, it is white, the color of the flesh of a toadstool. It can also be said that it is the color of turned milk that has not yet become curd. As to shape, it is the shape of its location. As to direction, it belongs to the upper direction. As to location, it is to be found inside the skull, like 4 lumps of dough put together to correspond with the skull. For sutured sections, as to delimitations, it is bound by the skull inner surface and by what pertain to brain.
Okay, thank you. Of course, we will never see our brain. Okay. So this one I think no need to explain. We see every day. Okay, I think you all see this when people go to buy the chicken. Like for our dogs, sometimes we buy the chicken. You know, our dogs have good food. They have chicken, so they also have fish. Sometimes we ask the seller to give us all these extra thing. Yeah, it's actually the smell is quite terrible. All these extra thing, especially the bowels. You know, bowels is smell bad. Okay, so it's like this. It doesn't look nice. Yeah. Okay. It doesn't look nice. When actually it's when we see the what we call the video on how they open the skull. The moment they open the skull, what really come out is really scary, you know. You can see all this thing. So the shape is follow the skull, right? It's on the upper direction. So you know upper direction, and then the color, the pattern already, right? So it's easy uh to contemplate on. Yeah. Of course, this is just a visual knowledge. Unless you really got deep jhana, then if not, we cannot see our own skull. Yeah. Now, bar. Okay. Bar is also something that we never see with our physical eyes. Okay. Next person, read this one. Okay, Melinda.
Okay, thank you, Sarji. 127 bow. There are 2 kinds of bow, local bow and free bow. Here in as to color, the local bow is the color of a thick maduka oil. The free bow is the color of a faded akuli flowers. As to shape, both are the shape of their location. As to direction, the local bow belongs to the upper direction. The other belongs to both directions. As to location, the free bowl spreads like a drop of oil on water all over the body. Except for the fleshless parts of the head hairs, body hairs, teeth, nails, and the hard, dry skin. When it is disturbed, the eyes become yellow and twitch, and there is shivering and itching of the body. The local bowel is situated near the flesh of the liver, between the heart and the lungs. It is to be found in the bowel container, gallbladder, which is like a large Kosatake lofa god pit. When it is disturbed, beings go crazy and become demented. They throw off conscience and shame and to do the undoable, speak the unspeakable, and think the unthinkable. As to delimitation is bounded by what appertains to bow.
Okay,
Wow.
thank you.
Okay,
Marlene.
thank you. Thank you, Sachi.
Okay, pitam. All right. So it's another red purple color. Okay. So there one is in the gallbladder. Another one free. All right, all over the body. Okay. So this is the place. It's actually quite big also. Okay. I think people eat this also, right? Not so sure. I mean, of course, not they eat the human one. I mean, do they eat the chicken? Yeah, yes, right. Chicken bar. Yeah, right. Some people eat it.
Really? But I thought this is very bitter.
I don't know. I don't know. I never eat the intestine, but what people eat they eat the heart. What else? Chicken heart. What else? Do people eat this? Not sure.
No,
Dessert,
Saji.
chicken
It
dessert.
is this
Chicken, they eat chicken heart, liver, and then I
Liver.
think the
gizzard.
kidney.
The
Kidney,
gizzard.
that one.
So they don't eat this one.
They don't eat. It's bitter, Saji.
Yeah.
Oh, it's, oh, you know, you all eat this before.
No, because
Internal
okay,
organ we
fish
don't
have
eat that.
this as well, and if it's accidentally cut, right, then the whole fish will become very bitter.
Okay. So you are expert.
Not expert, experience.
Yeah. I never eat the internal part. I seldom eat. I don't even like it. Okay. All right. So yeah. So you can see with the photo is a what? Matuka oil. Oh, matuka oil is a purple, blue purple. Okay. Okay. Phlegm, right? Phlegm, I think is easy. Phlegm, right? So we just look for something we never said. Oh, now we are talking about water element already, right? So from kalisam is a earth element because mata lukam is also earth element. And from pitam onwards is a water element, right? So this water element. So this is also, yes, water element, right? Okay, here. Popo, pulse. Made of water. So you know it's burst because sometimes when it come out, it's a yellow, yeah, and it smell very fishy smell, right? So purple. Okay, let's see. Phlegm, burst, okay? Yeah. So this is actually, you can see it sometime, of course. Okay, and then the blood. I think this one we know ourselves, yeah? So it all over the body. Sweat, yeah, this one we also can see, yeah. Fat, yeah. Big belly, okay? Those are under the skin. Tears. This is a grease. Okay, grease. Okay, where's all over body, and then they can see. Actually, this chart is good. This diagram is this book is good if you want to know the exact place. Okay, show with the arrow already. And then saliva, snot. Okay, this one you can see when the children or us sometimes. Lasika. Synovial fluid. So when people have arthritis problem, rheumatism problem, sometimes they got this fluid. Sometimes because of bones, when the bones is cracking or is due to the aging problem, some of the bones might missing a little bit. So when two bones are cracked, touch each other, they were very painful. So then when there's not enough fluid, but nowadays with the modern technology, people manage to find a fluid that they can help. Some they even have some kind of like treatment can help to rebuild the bones. But we need this fluid because it kind of like sponge. It help to reduce the impact of two bones. Okay. And then this is the urine. All right. So yeah. Okay. So this is a production of urine. Okay. So you all can read this book. I think I'm not so sure. If I not sent to you all before, I can send to you all. You all can do a internet search. It's very easy. Just 32 body parts. You can find this book. Okay. And with the text, of course, you can see many information, much information. Because when we read the text first, you get information, but it's kind of like difficult to visualize because it's talking about something that we are not familiar with this, what dukula, and so on. Right? So it's good to go for the diagram and picture. Right? Right. So that's how we learn by multi getting information from many places. No, this is a synovial. Yeah, this is the one we say. Okay, now this is the one, right? So I think we can read. This is a good because we need this when we are getting aging. Okay. Children, yeah.
137. Oil of the joints. This is the slimy odor inside the joints in the body. As to color, it is the color of Kanikara gum. As to shape, it is the shape of its location. As to direction, it belongs to both directions. As to location, it is to be found inside the 180 joints, serving the function of lubricating the bones joints. If it is weak, when a man gets up or sits down, moves forward or backward, bends or stretches, then his bones creak and he goes about making a noise like the snapping of fingers, and when he has walked only 1 or 2 leagues distance, his air element gets upset and his limbs pain him. But if a man has plenty of it, his bones do not creak when he gets up, sit down, etc. And even when he has walked a long distance, his air element does not get upset, and his limbs do not pain him. As to delimitation, it is bounded by what pertains to oil of the joints.
Okay, thank you. All right. So it's not only at the knee, so it's all in many places. Here you can see it gives the exact number 180 joints. You can see the ancient people, they really know how to calculate, have a very great knowledge about human body. So the main thing is it need to lubricating the bones joint, right? So it's all over the place. Okay, so it's good to refer to this book if you want Kesa, Loma, Naka, Danta, Tacho, right? Skin. Mamsa, Naro, sinew. Okay, sinew. I think when people eat the chicken meat, they can see this sinew. Ati, bones. Atimijam, bone marrow. Okay. Wakam, kidney. No, this is a round shape. Okay. So since normally people say kidney donation, this one, or sell the kidney, yeah. Hadayam, yakanam, liver. Liver is quite big also. kilomakam, pipakam, papasam, antagunam, udariyam. So what we do is you recite the Pali. So after recite the Pali, then you memorize the English. Then you just recite again until you can get the two body parts. Okay, karisam, matalukam, pitam, seham, pupo, lohitam, sedo, medo, asu, wasa, kilo, singanikam, lasika, mutam. All right. So that's how we learn. According to Visuddhimagga, first you learn the Pali. So that's why we chant the Pali. After you learn the Pali, of course, you must memorize the English also. Okay. So like mentioned last week, so you need to recite forward order, backward order, the first part. Then after that, go for the group number 2, fresh sinew bones, bone marrow, kidney, and all the way to the first item. Then you repeat until you get 32. So first do in verbally and mentally, right? Until you become familiarized. Then you get to know the knowledge from Visuddhimagga and then see the shape, the location, the color, and so on. Okay. So this is a long way. For shortcut way, and if people already got jhana, so use the white jhana to see the 32 body parts. Okay. First they get through the breathing meditation. All right. Then they practice kasina, then they practice 32 body parts. But if you find is too many, so you can just make the 32 parts as 4 great elements, okay? Or you see in terms of corpse contemplation, because when you see the corpse, you will see the 32 body parts, right? So we already talked about the 10-fold skill. So for this, please refer to Visuddhimagga. So I'll give you all the paragraph 61 to 79. Follow the order, or not too quick, not too slow, to reduce the hindrances and overcome the concept. Concept means that must go beyond concept, not just the label, head, hair, body, hair. But you try to see Asubha, right? Okay. Right. So first, the way to practice, you go to teacher, get information from the teacher how to practice, then go to a suitable place, cut off all the impediment, anything that you need to do, like cutting the hair and so on. Then after that, find the 32 body parts, the color, the shape, the direction, actual location, and delimitation. All right. So this you can read the Visuddhimagga. The main thing is, okay, now this is a new one. So after he managed to get jhana, then he see the body parts. So when he successfully, he see them just as parts only, many parts put together, not just as one human or animals. So that's he successfully kind of like breaking the body into 32 body parts. So then he just focus on any of them more clear. Then he just try to see repulsive. Remember the purpose of these 32 body parts, it try to see the Asubha nature. All right. Now, the learning sign is the body parts appear, any of the body parts appear to him clearly. So counterpart sign is repulsiveness in all aspects. So that's a counterpart sign. So in Samatha, there will be learning sign, counterpart sign. But the problem is when he practice this, he only get the first jhana. Okay. Why first jhana? Because you need, in first jhana, there will be vitaka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekaggata, like initial application. Initial application is a thought that you put on your mind on the object again. You need to have the thoughts again. Why? Because the object is repulsive. So it's actually, the mind need to apply all the time. All right. So after practice so hard, you only get first jhana. But we have the advantage here. All right. So first, he can overcome, transcended the boredom, and then he is not afraid. So because he can conquer fear and dread, right? And then he can bear cold and heat. This means that because he letting go the body, he not attached to his body, so he can let go the cold and heat, right? Because any of the body feelings, all right, he can let go of them. All right. But if it based on the color, okay, he can because color kasina can get fourth jhana. But it's Asubha only for this one only first jhana. And he also can get to based on the fourth jhana, can go for the other direct knowledge. So I put a video here and then you all can watch yourself. Okay, I think we stop here unless you all got questions. So we have 5 minutes break, then we continue the reading on the nutriment. Okay. Any last question before we stop?
Excuse me.
Yes. Jen? Yeah. Jen, you want to ask or somebody
Yes.
who asked?
I have a question.
Okay.
For the direction when they say is the upper direction,
Mm-hmm.
so we will just imagine at the upper side of our body, is it? Like when they say
You
direction.
have that's I think previously there's one note there. Upper means where is it now? Okay, let's go for starting point. From middle of the body onwards. Okay. Okay, so if you go for this book, 236. All right. Okay, here. So this part is talking about the chanting, right? Normally we divide two, but here it say only the body ups and down. All right. So I was looking at last week. Where do we see? Okay, this part. Okay, number 5.
Mm.
For the navel. Okay, navel is the middle part, right? The exact middle part.
Mm.
Okay. So from it, some is upward, downward. The thing is, why do we need to divide as a outward, downward? Okay. So yeah, some navel here. All right. So this one outward. So this part is outward.
Mm.
So all this actually you find that actually you can see in our body, most important parts is actually above the upper part, the head, the lung, and then this is spleen. Now spleen is also upper part. So upper part is much more important. So that's why they say if somebody have accident, we should try to protect the upper part of body. You can break the leg, okay? You can break the hand, but you cannot break only all these vital organs because without this nobody can function properly. Yes. Okay. Next question. Somebody want to ask? Another person?
Yes, IG. Just would like to check what is delimitation.
Means the boundary. In a way, they call it boundary.
Oh, boundary. Okay.
Boundary, right? For example, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Body hair. Okay, this one. All right.
As to limitation.
Below, yeah, below is bounded by the surface. So it means that under it is their own roots. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Saji.
All right. Okay. And above it, of course, is a space here. So in a way, you can boundary means that where is stop and where is start and where is stop. Okay, so that's a kind of like meaning like this. Okay, so we stop for a while and let's continue with later. So 5 minutes break. Yeah.